Take one now for you gear jammers out there. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between FEDEXGROUND P&D and FEDEXGROUND line haul. And we're getting started right now. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the FEDEXGROUND system a little bit. I've actually covered this extensively in another one of my videos. I'll leave the link right here and also down in the description below. But basically how it works is you have your P&D, which stands for pickup and delivery trucks. They go and pick up the packages from around that general area. Then they'll drop them off at the main terminal, and then from there they'll get loaded up onto the line haul trucks or the 18-wheelers. And then from there we will take them to the next terminal, and then from there they'll get downloaded and put back on some other P&D vehicles and delivered in the local area. So what I've noticed in the FEDEXGROUND system between line haul drivers and P&D drivers is there seems to be a mutual respect. There's not a lot of bickering or disagreements or anything like that. It just seems to be a mutual respect. We see each other in passing and we nod and we keep on going. Now, I know there are some times when I've had to wait around for the pickup and delivery guys to get to the terminal and drop off the packages so that the packages could be sorted and put on my truck, usually to no fault of their own. And I'm pretty sure there's been some times where I've been running behind and got back to the terminal late and they had to wait on me before they could start their route. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna break down the differences between FEDEXGROUND P&D and FEDEXGROUND line haul. And I'm gonna break it down by going and talking about job description, hours, benefits, requirements, equipment, and of course, pay. All right, so let's talk about job description of P&D. Now, they come in the morning. I don't know what time exactly. It probably varies depending on the terminal and what kind of route they have, but it seems they're usually there about the time that I'm leaving. So 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning they get there. Usually there are some package handlers who are loading their vehicles, or at least setting the packages up so they can be loaded into the vehicle. The P&D drivers get there and they load and organize the vehicles, I guess maybe in order of which they're going to be dropped off first. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure they have an organized system. If you know more about it, leave a comment below. Once that's done, they'll go ahead and start their route. And like I said, again, depending on how many stops they have, depending on what route they're on, they might have 100 stops or more. And I think some of them get paid by the hour, some of them get paid by the amount of stops they make, or maybe a combination of the two. All right, again, if you know, leave a comment below. All right, now for line haul, pretty much, you know, you drive an 18-wheeler. You know, we usually come in at nighttime, just depending on what time that route leaves out. Usually sometime between 6 and 8 o'clock at night. We'll grab our trailers. Sometimes they'll be loaded trailers, sometimes they'll be empty trailers. And then we'll take the trailers to the next location, drop those trailers off, pick up some other ones, and bring them back. That's normally how things work. There are some exceptions, especially if you're doing teams or like long haul or whatever. But generally speaking, the meat and potatoes of it is the short haul, you know, where we're just going from terminal to terminal, dropping off loaded trailers or dropping off empty trailers and picking up loader empty trailers and bringing them back. All right, so talk about hours. Again, I'm not 100% sure about the hours of P&D, but I'm pretty sure just like line haul, they vary. I see guys come in at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and for the most part, I believe they keep going until they have delivered most, if not all, of their packages, and then they come back. So I'll see those guys coming in to start their day as I'm leaving, and then as I'm coming in to start my night, they're usually leaving, ending their night. So, you know, they might work 8, 9, 10, 12 hour days or more, again, just depending on the situation, their route, and how many packages they have to drop off that day. Now for line haul, the hours vary. The hours vary so much, but I would say typically it's about the same between 8 and 12 hours, just depending on how long it takes you to make that run and how long you have to wait on the other end for the trailers to be ready to come back to your original terminal. So now if you're over the road long haul team driver, then obviously, you know, that's a whole nother thing in itself. But for a typical short haul, terminal to terminal line haul guy, I would say typically between 8 and 12 hours between traveling to your destination, waiting for those trucks ready and coming back. Usually running overnight, 6 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning. Usually that's about the norm. There are exceptions, but that's about the norm. All right, let's talk about benefits. Now, as mentioned before in previous FedExGround videos, you actually don't work for FedEx, you work for a contractor, and that contractor is going to be responsible for if you have any benefits or not. I know some contractors, and on the P&D side and on the line haul side, do offer benefits, and I know that some don't. Again, it just depends on the contractor and the situation. So when it comes to benefits, it's about the same in line haul and P&D as far as I know. Let's talk about requirements. So from my understanding, your requirements for driving one of the P&D vehicles, you have to have a regular license, clean license, of course, and be old enough to drive. You know, obviously you have to be in halfway decent shape to where you can jump on and off that truck 100 times or more a day to deliver those packages. Now with line haul, you do have to have a CDL or commercial driver's license A. That is a requirement. You do have to have a CDL. I think 21 years or 23 years or older, 6 months of experience. And of course they want you to have your doubles endorsement because this is LTL or less than truckload, we mostly pull doubles. And so you do have to have your doubles endorsement. All right, now let's talk about some of the equipment. The equipment that I've seen kind of varies. Again, you're working for contractors, so there's no necessarily a uniformity of vehicles. The P&D delivery box van trucks, I've seen a range from several different types. Now, a lot of them that I've seen and just being on the Facebook groups are pretty tore down. You know, they're usually holding on by a thread. I don't think that the P&D vehicles generate as much revenue as the line haul trucks do. So when it comes to maintenance and everything, I'm pretty sure that they don't get as much attention as the line haul vehicles do. And then of course, they're doing a lot more stop and go and city driving, so they're going to get more wear and tear anyways. All right, so I mean, I've seen some pretty good looking P&D vehicles, but from my experience, what I've seen, a lot of them look pretty tore down. All right, but hey, as long as they get the job done, as long as they get the job done safely. Now, same thing on the contractor side for the line haul vehicles. There's a variety of vehicles on the line haul side. Most of the vehicles I've seen on the line haul side, they're usually kept up pretty nicely for the most part. Again, that's dependent on the contractor, but FedExGround is very strict about the maintenance of the line haul vehicles. They're probably pretty strict about the maintenance of the P&D vehicles also, but I mostly only see it on the line haul side because obviously that's the side that I'm on. But yeah, I mean, some guys have Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilts. It just depends on whatever that line haul contractor decides to use. I will say most guys probably more so than not use the Freightliner. Before we get to pay, if you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I hope that you are gaining some knowledge from it. If there's anything that you would like to know about FedExGround, leave it in the comment section below and I'll try my best to find out the answers for you. All right, so let's talk about pay. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have the utmost respect for the P&D drivers. I personally would not want to do their job. Whenever I see those guys coming in or leaving, I'm like, man, I would not want their job. I'm not sure if they feel the same way when they see us, but I would not want their job. They work a lot harder than we do, in my opinion. Having to jump in and out that truck all day long, dealing with city traffic, no matter if it's raining, hot, snow, whatever. They're out there 7 days a week. I mean, most of them probably only work 6 days a week, but those vans are out there 7 days a week making those deliveries. And it seems like a really tough job. And from my understanding, the average P&D driver makes around $45,000 a year. Now, okay, you know, that's okay money, you know, but they work very hard to get that. And I know there's some exceptions of guys who probably make less than that, and some guys who make more than that, but that is the average, $45,000 a year. Now on the line haul side, the average line haul driver makes about $65,000 a year. Again, that just varies depending on your situation, your routes, if you're running team, solo, whatever. But the average driver makes around $65,000 a year. And I believe that we work a lot less than they do. The hours wise, we work about the same, but as far as like the actual physical demanding work, I believe that we have a lot less work than they do. I mean, all we have to do is hook up some trailers, drop them off, pick up some trailers, hook them up, you know, pretty easy stuff, okay? That's my personal opinion. I don't know, maybe the P&D drivers wouldn't want to do our job, because we do have to drive at night. Most of us do have to drive at night. Some people don't like driving at night, and 90% of the stuff that we do is driving at night and overnight. So, you know, that could be a deterrent, or one of the reasons why a lot of P&D drivers choose to do P&D instead of line haul. Now, I have met some guys who did P&D, and then they went and got their CDL and then started doing line haul. So I guess it just depends on your situation, what time you need to be home. So what are some other differences that you've noticed at FedEx Ground as a line haul or a P&D? Leave a comment below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos pertaining to FedEx Ground. Again, consider subscribing, hit that like button, and leave a comment in the section below. And remember, hard times don't last, hard truckers do. Fast food, fast trucks, and fast women will get you in trouble. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And last, but definitely not least, stay smooth, my friends.